6-day capacity building exercise for security personnel and journalists under the auspices of Article 19 came to a close on Friday. The training, as Isatou Keita tells us, availed the participants a rare opportunity to discuss issues pertinent to freedom of expression and safety of journalists.
The third such in West Africa was organized by Article 19 to train this group of people with particular focus on building a new pillar of relationship that could strengthen the work between the security forces in the country and journalists.
Our organization, Article 19, has been working on freedom of expression issues in the Gambia for more than a decade. Our approach has been multi-pronged: capacity building for journalists and human rights defenders. We also worked all these years to assist local actors to network with regional mechanisms such as the African Commission, the ECOWAS, but importantly also to use the international mechanism such as the UPR to ensure that information around human rights violations are also reported at those levels.
They were taken through an intensive training, introduced to different modules, meant to improve their capacities to further guarantee freedom of expression in the context of the UN Plan of Action on the Safety of Journalists.
Indeed, promoting the safety of journalists and combating the impunity of those who attack them are central elements of UNESCO action to support press freedom across all media platforms. No matter where we come from, the acquisition and transmission of knowledge are essential tasks for all those who are fighting for freedom of expression and the right to information.
Being their first time in a gathering of such, they hope to put the lessons learned into practice.
There existed that climate of misunderstanding, mistrust in the past, and I think that is all due to the fact that we don't get to understand each other's rules. But having a platform like this will help us understand exactly what their rules are, also what our rules are. At the end of the day, we will get to appreciate each other better for a better Gambia.
As they leave the confines of the hall, discussions and recommendations that emanated during the training, according to them, will act as a springboard in further building closer collaboration in building a free Gambia. For GRTS News, I am Isatou Keita.
The United Nations Working Group on Enforced or Involuntary Disappearances has arrived in the Gambia for a visit that will end on 19th June. During their stay in Banjul, the group will, among other things, study the measures adopted by the state to prevent and eradicate enforced disappearances, as well as look into issues relating to truth, justice, and reparation for the victims of enforced disappearances. Modu Bajan has the rest of that story.
Team member of the United Nations Working Group on Enforced or Involuntary Disappearances, Henrikas Mikevikios, speaking at Banjul International Airport, said their engagements will include meetings with government and victims as well as family members of enforced disappearances.
The aim of our visit to the Gambia is to meet with the government officials, civil society organizations, victims of enforced disappearances, not only disappeared people, but also family members of disappeared people, to examine, in a sense, situation here in the Gambia and develop a dialogue on how a Gambian government can implement better declaration prohibiting enforced disappearances.
Henrikas additionally reiterated the significance of the visit, saying that the government of the Gambia is resolved in addressing such issues.
I think the fact that we were invited by the Gambian government, it's an indication that it's quite important for the Gambian government. It's also important for us, for the UN system, and for the world, because everybody sees that Gambian government is undertaking very serious steps to address past abuses, to prevent future abuses, and one of the important elements of those abuses were enforced disappearances. So we came here to address this issue.
Also emphasizing the importance of engaging the United Nations Working Group, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians Abroad, Safi Sankare, revealed government's determination in taking care of the challenging issues of enforced disappearances.
I think the visit in itself is a manifestation of the government's resolve towards openness, accountability, and as we move forward as a nation to rebuild our nation, and in the government's quest to address some of the most challenging issues of human rights violations that have been perpetrated, this visit would complement the government's efforts as we look for solution, for answers, as we look to put measures in place that would ensure that there is respect for the rule of law.
While a recent release states that the working group will hold a press conference at the end of the visit, it continued that the group will also come up with a final report, which will be presented to the United Nations Human Rights Council. Modu Bajan reporting for GRTS News.
The campaign seeking to distribute over 1 million mosquito nets across the country has now reached parts of the Combos and the Kanifing municipality. The campaign, funded by the Catholic Relief Services in conjunction with the National Malaria Control Program, GRTS's Ibrahim Jallo has been covering the distribution exercise and files in this report.
They were the latest beneficiaries of the nationwide distribution of mosquito nets. The Global Fund Anti-Malaria campaign is meant to prevent people from mosquito bite and subsequently malaria.
We intend to distribute 1,103,032 bed nets. That's what we want to distribute.
The Gambia is determined to achieve the goal of ending malaria by 2030, hence the need to prevent the causative factors of the disease.
Mosquito nets is very important. It prevents you from malaria and many things.
People have actually told us, not in one area, but in so many places, that because of the bed nets that we provided and because people sleep on the bed net, in their communities, mosquitoes have reduced. But most importantly, malaria incidence has gone down drastically, especially in the North Bank and LRR area.
GRTS visited various distribution centers in Commonwealth and Kanifing municipality, where dozens of households formed queues to receive the nets.
I get all my children on the mosquito net. Myself and my husband sleep under a net. In fact, if I don't sleep under a net, I find it difficult to sleep because I see the importance of it.
Suleiman Bojang is a household head resident in Sukuta and father of 4. He explained his experience with malaria.
Prevention is better than cure, as we normally say it. Because this mosquito bed net is for free. So when you got malaria, the amount of money you are going to spend on yourself, it's going to be very expensive. So before getting your money to buy medicine, it's better you come and take this mosquito bed net for free.
For Mai Dafe, the nets are important to her and the family as a malaria preventive tool. If put to good use, the mosquito nets can play a huge part in ongoing efforts to roll back malaria in the country. Ibrahim Jallo, GRTS News.
A youth group dubbed Wa Bansang has joined efforts with the National Assembly member for Fulani West to conduct a 2-day cleansing exercise in the Central River region. Umijai reports on the impetus behind this self-help undertaking.
The cleansing exercise spearheaded by Wa Bansang Youth Group together with the National Assembly member for Upper Florida West, Kausi Jawara, came at a better time when the rainy season is edging closer, a period in which the lowland settlement is usually inundated due to poor drainage system.
Cleaning our constituency actually brings about a lot of promotion in hygiene and health issues. But also it attracts tourism. Today many people are happy for the first time in so many years that the town is a lot cleaner. So therefore, it's as for that promotional initiative, and that's where I come in to actually spearhead this operation. And so far, you can see the turnout now is very flowery.
This exercise brought together natives of the town, both from home and abroad, cleaning every nook and cranny of the community with special focus on the gutters. Organizers hammer home the importance of the move.
It's a very good thing that such an initiative is being welcomed by everyone, and the people from Bansang, wherever they are, there are people from the diaspora, there are people from the Combos, from Banjul, who've all joined, and with the images you see, all of them decided to make this a clean city.
Regional authorities lauded the youth group's initiative as they pledged their support to such a development-oriented activity.
We must understand that as citizens of this country, whoever wants to develop this country, we must get our support. And we should support ourselves before anybody comes to support us. So cleaning our environment, because we all know the saying goes, a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. And we cannot attain our health when we have filth within our communities.
Bansang is one of the Central River Region settlements challenged with poor drainage system over the years, making roads inaccessible and life very difficult for the town dwellers. This is partly blamed on the indifferent attitude of people who throw garbage into the gutters.
People vehemently refuse to change their attitudes towards the maintenance of the environment. And there is a saying, the environment belongs to us. Let's get control of the environment. Because in an event we fail to control the environment will control us. So I am definitely appealing to each and every one, vendors at the market, workers in the garage, people at their own homes. It is their responsibility first to dispose their waste in an environmentally sound and friendly manner.
Foreign Affairs Minister Usainu Dabo was part of the cleanup exercise.
We must take care of our environment. We must take care to ensure that our surroundings are clean, and we cannot just leave everything to our area councils, although it is their primary responsibility, but we cannot leave everything to them. We should really cooperate with them, and I hope that this will be replicated in other group centers, not only and also in the villages.
There was a significant chunk of women who took part in the exercise. Their spokesperson, Rabi Kariu, said the exercise will not just stop at this one, but will be continued to ensure a healthier populace, especially children. Ominjai, GRPS.
Badibu Society UK has been handing over boxes of chalk and calendars valued at over $1 million to schools in the Gambia. Janke Ture reports on the charity's last leg of donations.
These are the latest beneficiaries to gain from the Badibu Society's annual distribution of chalks and calendars. In their final distribution for the year, over 60 schools in the provinces have benefited from the organization's noble gesture. The beneficiary schools are Nyamina Tankunku Lower Basic School, Tabanani Arabic School, Bansa Lower Basic School, Amitich Senior Secondary School, Nyakwe Lower Basic, Wopa Lower Basic, Fototo Lower Basic, Nyani Kayai Lower Basic, and Badibu Salikenye, among other schools in the country. The association believes nothing is greater than giving back meaningfully to the society.
On behalf of Badibu Society in UK, we are here to present 3 cartons of chalk, 3 calendar, and a letter. 1 for lower basic, 1 for upper basic, and 1 for senior school.
Established in February 2009 by the people of Badibu, the association is a charitable group based in UK where it amasses funds to support local development.
We are a charity organization in UK. It's a non-profitable organization. It's open to all Gambians. We normally contribute £5 every month to help our brothers and sisters far back home.
Receiving the items, head of schools in different regions thank Basuk for the learning materials, something they say was a constant challenge as they look forward to similar donations from Basuk.
We are very much grateful, definitely, because this will go a long way in helping our teachers in their teaching and learning activities. And this is not the first time of its kind. This learning material that is donated to the school will go a long way in helping the teaching and learning situation of the school. Hermitage, as compared to other senior schools, is a bit different because most of the students here live on campus. And if you look at most of our students, they come from the four corners of the country. Students in Hermitage, you have them from all regions, all the 6 regions in the country. So donating anything to Hermitage is like you have donated it to the entire country of the Gambia. We are going to use these talks in our classrooms. You know, we cannot teach without talks. So they are going to be very, very good for us because talks are very much needed in our schools.
The association is bent on complementing government's efforts in providing quality education to schools. And so the primary ambition of the Badibu Society UK is to ensure that schools across the country are fully equipped to deliver the best. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Jenke Ture.
The Society for Awareness and Social Reform, in collaboration with the Kuwaiti group Zakat House, has reached out to Muslims in Bruceby in the form of food items. Khadija Tujalo reports the gesture has now become an annual tradition in the holy month of Ramadan.
After Zuhur prayers at this mosque, built by the Society of Awareness and Social Reform, members of the organization took time to explain the roles and objectives of the humanitarian body.
The Society of Awareness and Social Reform was established in 2004 for the sole purpose of helping the needy people of the Gambia. The society is involved in the socio-economic activities by helping and providing water projects around the country. We are also actively involved in constructing and conducting educational programs, such as building and running of multilingual schools around the country.
Each family will be going home with a 25-kilogram rice, 5 kilograms of sugar, 5 liters of oil, and 1 kilogram of dates, courtesy of Zakat House, Kuwait. The Society of Awareness and Social Reform is said to have been doing a lot in promoting Islam and humanity. Yunus Salah and Fatima Kamara hailed the Gambia government for the enabling environment and the government and people of Kuwait for their continuous support. Al-Haji Ahmadu Salah seized the opportunity to call for discipline among the youth in order for them to be successful in life.
Nowadays, many youths don't obey their parents and elders of society. The successful among them are those with good manners.
Salah commended the founder and secretary general of the humanitarian body based in Kuwait, Tijan Salah, for his dedication and commitment to bettering the lives of the Gambian populace.
This gift is very important to the Muslim Ummah, especially to the poor and the needy. The Society of Awareness and Social Reform, I believe, should not only be in the Gambia, this should be too many. Because it is about reform, telling people what Islam is.
The beneficiaries expressed appreciation for the gesture and prayed that the Ramadan gifts doubles next year to cater for more people.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تبطلوا صدقاتكم بالمن والأذى.
Khadija Tujalo, GRTS News.
We'll take our first break. The news continues.